Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie theory. I know this one's coming out a bit late, but I was dealing with a few stuff past couple days, so yeah, but still here on the weekend, so yay. Okay, but the movie theory we're gonna be talking about this time around is for the Gremlins. Both one and two, because it's basically the same philosophy, and it's not exactly a movie theory, but more of a movie plot hole or plot holes, because it's two major plot holes. The first one being that Gremlins are not supposed to be fed after midnight, yet all around the world it's midnight somewhere. So how will that rule be enforced? And the second plot hole is that the gremlins can't get wet, or else they'll reproduce and multiply. Yet the whole world is theoretically made of water, which I'll get into there in a sec. So that's how basically the gremlins' behavioral process, whatever, and how they're treated in the movies. I know it's more of a plot hole than a theory, but I think it still counts. And I guess a few plot holes will be included into the theory. But yeah. So basically, since they're basically the same thing, the first one is that the gremlins can't be fed after midnight. But yeah, the rule should be enforced considering the fact that somewhere around the world it's at midnight. Because, for example, here it is the time I have right now is 1:20. But let's say that in I don't even know where it would be midnight, but let's say trying to think. No, I'm trying to think of a place that's close to midnight at the moment. But let's say like in Texas or the middle of Texas, it's midnight, but here it's 1:19. And then let's say in like 2 hours from now in California it's gonna be midnight, and then like 3 hours from now Hawaii's gonna be midnight, and then like 5 hours from now Japan's gonna be midnight, and then like another hour after that China, another and like 3 hours after that some like Middle Eastern Russia or something like that will be midnight. Give it another couple hours, then you have France midnight, then England midnight, and then we're gonna be then it's like somewhere in Africa midnight. So you see all around the world it's midnight. So theoretically, at what time should the gremlins be able to eat? I mean, theoretically, by this rule, they shouldn't be able to eat at all, and they'd be starving to death. I mean, unless they have, unless their body somehow can produce enough energy to keep them living for eternity, or however long their lifespan is, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, theoretically, through this plot hole, the gremlins should not be able to eat at all. So yeah, I know. So yeah, and if at all, they should be able to eat, or else the gremlins will be turned into actually these are the gremlins. The gremlins are they're scaly reptilian type monsters. I forget what they are when they're the fuzzy things. What are the Furbies? So I'm gonna call them for now. Because the evolution line is from like a cocoon to the Furby type of animal, the small little fuzzy one that we're known to, and then the gremlins are the scaly monsters. So by that logic, the gremlins should be either dead or they should be the scaly monsters the whole time. Okay, now the second plot hole is that the gremlins, theoretically, they should not get wet or else they'll reproduce. The thing is that many things on Earth contain water. Even if they don't eat food, which most food does contain water, the Earth's biosphere is made of water vapor. And if you guys don't know what biosphere is, it's basically everything on Earth. It's the geosphere, the aquasphere. I forgot the official name for it's the geosphere, aquasphere, and atmosphere. Atmosphere being Earth, geosphere being land, and aquasphere. I'm pretty sure I got that name wrong. Meaning oceans and rivers, and similar water, body of waters similar to that. So yeah, basically, this is there's really nowhere on Earth where they won't be exposed to water, because even in the hottest of places, I think the hottest place on Earth is the Sahara Desert. But even if they were to live in there, there's still gonna be a little bit of water in the air, water vapor, the atmosphere. There's even still gonna be a little bit of water vapor through there. So theoretically, they should still be able to manipulate. And it's not like they're supposed to drink the water; it's that they can't touch water at all. And also in the movie, the Gremlins are shown walking on snow. And snow is basically, for those who don't know, snow is frozen water, you know. So, still they should not be able to be exposed to water. Now, I have heard a counter argument to the water one, being that maybe when they say water, maybe they mean the liquid water, like the actual water in liquid, like for example the one that we have in our spit, saliva, like that type of water, the ones we take a bath with, or that's in the pool, like that type of water. Maybe they mean that, which I guess would make sense. Then they wouldn't be able to manipulate, except if they actually have contact with the actual water that we're used, in which we imagine, like such as from the rain. I think that does make sense as a counter argument. But for the other plot hole, that well, the one they basically can't eat, for that one, I really haven't found any plausible counter argument. And the most, I guess, the one counter argument I have heard for the one where they can't eat past midnight, because as I said before, everywhere around the world, at some point it's midnight, so theoretically they can't eat. But the one counter argument, which makes sense, but I'm still not 100% down with, is that maybe they just mean midnight within the region they are in. So if you guys know time regions, the time zones, you have the Atlantic time zone and the Eastern Pacific time zone, I believe. I don't know the actual time zones to begin with. I know there's like 30 different time zones, or something like that. You know how like almost each place has their own time zones. Some countries have like 5 different time zones, such as Canada and the United States, and then there's some countries that have like one time zone. I think, like, for example, the Caribbeans have like one, each have like one time zone. I think maybe they're split between 2 time zones, but you know what I mean. I think what they mean, the counter argument I'm trying to get to, is that maybe they mean that the time they can't eat past midnight within their respective time zones, which does make sense, but I'm still not 100%. It's one of those counter arguments that it's possible, but is it really viable? Does it really make sense? It makes sense, but I'm not. By my reaction, it's like I want to believe it, and I think it's possible that it could be true. But it's one of those things that cannot even be true. So yeah, basically that's my movie theory for this week. I know it's more of a movie plot hole, but movie plot hole, movie theory, kind of the same thing. Maybe not, maybe so. I want to say yes. Hopefully you guys agree with me that it's still some kind of movie theory. So yeah, basically, so basically, should the Gremlins be able to eat? Yes, if the counter argument is true. Not past midnight within its respective respective time zones. But theoretically, they shouldn't be able to eat at all. Then, or else they'll turn into the Gremlins, the scaly Gremlins. And then, should they? How does the rule of the Gremlins not being able to get wet work? Theoretically, they should be manipulating at at an impressive pace. But if they mean the liquid, like the actual liquid form, then I think that is a possibility. So yeah, that's the movie theory for this week. Again, I know more of a movie plot hole, but better than nothing, I guess. So yeah, and yeah, I know that lately, I know that with the movie theories, I've been making them like either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday or something. I know it's like the weekend. I've been trying to hit Friday, maybe early Saturday every time, but I think at the end I'm just gonna be ending up posting it sometime during the weekend, so between Friday and Sunday at the end. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I do movie theories and movie plot holes, as you can see right now. I also review movies, TV shows, and comic books. So definitely stay tuned for that. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on the two plot holes. What are your thoughts on it? And can you find any counter argument for either one of the two plot holes? And if not, why not? And if you can, well, if not, why not? That's kind of a stupid question. But if you can find a plot, if you can find a counter argument to it, put it down below. I'd love to hear that. To hear your guys' perspective and ideology behind this. And besides that, comment down below. Let me know on that. Like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.